Your values and standards are core, not taught. I love this quote. And I realised the other day sitting at my desk, I've literally got written up on the wall the British Army's officers' values and standards, among other things. And I'll let you know what they are at the end. But I realised that, and I'm not trying to sound like a wart here, it was a big part of my life and I studied military leadership for a long time. But I realised that I literally caught those values and standards because they felt like an ideal that I could strive towards. I felt like that embodied who I wanted to become. And there's multiple lessons in that quote for me, but the number one takeaway is that if you want to encourage a behavior or a culture or cultivate a culture, you need to be able to demonstrate it as an ideal that people would want to follow and that aligns with a vision that they feel is aspirational. And it all kind of ties back to that whole, idea that you're there to lead by example, and that's realistically the only way to lead. Otherwise, you're just dictating. So I just absolutely adore that, and I realised, and I felt it was worth mentioning that, I literally have caught those values, and it's not something that you can tell someone to believe in. And by the way, you've made it to the end of the video. So on my wall, I have the officers' values and standards, the acronym leaders. I'll put it in the description because it's really cool. The officers' qualities, which is another acronym, and the commando values and spirit, which I think is fantastic because my favourite part of it is humour in the face of adversity. That's my favourite aspect of the commando's values. And I think that, again, I don't want to seem like I'm pretending to be something I'm not, but I take inspiration from what I deem is the best information out there. And the military have tied a huge amount of that together over the hundreds and hundreds of years. And there's a real tangible importance of leadership in the military because it has real world consequences of the most severe outcome. So I hope you've enjoyed that.